I hope everybody is doing good. I just wanted to hop on here and kind of chat for a few minutes. I kind of wanted to talk about the last video I put up with the tree bin and the stick. You know, and I know that it's not anything just super amazing. But to me, that tree bin it kind of blew my mind because, you know, out here, I see all kinds of tree bins. You know, I don't go check them. But that one there was right where we would always park the four-wheeler. You know, when we would go check the camera. Paul has a camera back there on the creek. And it's probably about 20, 25 foot away from this tree bend. And we have never noticed that before. You know, I mean, we would park there every time. I tried to go back and look on, you know, videos I've done. And, you know, I couldn't find where maybe I had recorded that area, you know, to maybe see if it has been there. But I really don't. But that was the first thing I noticed when we pulled up, because you know it's really big, or you know the tree was tall. It was a little skinny tree, but it was tall. And I really think I would have noticed it. And even Paul said he does not remember that being there. And so you know I got off the four-wheeler, and you know I checked the end that was you know on the ground. It was pushed into the ground about, well, when I pulled it out, I pulled out about 3 inches, and there was still some of the tree in the ground, you know, and it was probably, you know, like as big around as a pencil down there, you know, wasn't very big. But I mean, what does that? You know, I just, I cannot, you know, figure out what would have done that. I mean, it wouldn't have been snow load. The tree was too skinny. As far as, you know, it didn't really have any big branches or anything to hold snow to have, you know, caused it to bend over. There was no log or anything that fell and pinned it down. So I don't know. And I am 99.9% sure that was, I would have noticed that, you know, that it was not there. And, you know, we go back there fairly often. So, you know, I did, try to research tree bins. You know, you can't find much on it, but apparently, people who have fruit trees, they will bend the limb. It helps the fruit production. I don't know. But it's a process. They have to, you know, tie weight to it and bend it down. And, you know, it takes several weeks to get the limb to bend and stay there. And that's another thing that it makes no sense as to how this got bent so quickly and it's staying there. Because when I pulled it out of the ground, it didn't like try to spring back up or anything. So, you know, I don't know. And then as far as the stick, that was kind of weird too, because, you know, when Carrie Arnold was here, the first night they stayed up on the hill behind the house. And, the next night we went back up there, and he was going to do a live from up there. I think he done a live that night, and he was going to do another one the next night. Well, and we were standing there talking, and that's when I noticed that that stick. And I said, guys, come look at this, you know. And, you know, they was like, what in the world? Because, you know, it was just, it would have had to go sideways. It went completely sideways into there. Something with two hands had to put that in there. And they even, you know, got up there and kind of pulled around on it. And it was, I mean, it was stuck in there. You know, Carrie was like, what in the world? It really blew his mind. You know, he couldn't believe it. But, you know, it was, I don't know, probably a month ago, maybe, when me and Paul went up there to, he has a camera up there. And I remember when we drove by, I said, actually, I'll probably wait until we got stopped, but I told him, I said, I would like to get that tree limb, you know, sometime before, you know, so I'm afraid it's going to fall. Because I know that's something, you know, as a branch gets older, you know, a broken branch, it gets brittle and it kind of shrinks. And, you know, I was afraid it would fall and we'd lose it. It's just kind of a sentimental thing. And he said, oh, that thing ain't going to go nowhere. And then, so when we go up, you know, the other day, first thing he said was, that branch is gone. And so we stopped and kind of looked around, and he said, oh, there it is behind the tree. And so we went and checked the camera, and then on the way back, we stopped and he picked it up. and the branch now is real brittle. You know, and that was another thing. It was probably, I don't know, I would say about 9 foot up in the tree. And, you know, I'm surprised, you know, that if it did somehow, yeah, I don't see how, it got blowed out. And then it was behind the tree. It was like about 5 feet behind the tree. You know, I don't know. But, you know, if by some crazy chance it did blow out, you know, it's still, you know, crazy that it didn't break, because, you know, it's very brittle. But I don't see how it blew out and then blew around the tree, because it was directly behind where it was. Just weird. I don't know. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to elaborate on that a little bit more. And you know, we haven't really had anything happen. Now, last night I did hear something sound like it hit the shop. Maybe it was really loud. I mean, it could have been a branch. I don't know. But it was, you know, it was really loud. And I don't know, there is something strange that's been happening almost every night. I may have to try to record. Well, as soon as I do it, it won't do anymore. But after Paul goes to bed, I usually stay up a little bit longer. Sometimes he goes to bed at like 9 o'clock. I'm not ready to go to bed at 9 o'clock. But it always happens after he goes to bed, which I turn the TV down. And maybe that's why, maybe it's doing it before and I just don't hear it. I don't know. But it's pretty loud. But it sounds like something is like being thrown at the windows. It'll happen on one side of the house, then it'll happen on the other side of the house, or I don't know. So I may have to try to record that. Like I said, watch. It won't do it now that I say, but which would be fine with me. But anyways, that's about the only thing that's happened. And also my friend Vicky, the lady who sent me the pictures of the tracks in the snow that went behind the other lady's house, and I still don't know who that is. But she's also got a couple more stories she's going to tell me from other people. They don't want to talk to me, which is perfectly fine. I totally get it. But she's going to relay them to me, and then so I'll be relaying those to y'all. She said they're not real long, so I'm just not sure when I'll get to talk to her. Hopefully maybe tomorrow. And then, and I also wanted to run this by y'all. Y'all just let me know what you think. I have thought about doing a live. Now, I wouldn't have a guest. But I thought about just doing a live and y'all could hop in the chat and we can just kind of talk back and forth. I don't know. I just thought it might be fun. Kind of makes me nervous. I've never done it. I'd have to learn how to do it. I'd probably come on, I'd be upside down or something. But, it's just an idea. I thought it'd be kind of neat to be able to, which I'd be the one doing all the talking. But, and I'm not a fast typer. I don't know much about computers. I don't know. It might turn out to be a hot mess. Who knows? But, it's just an idea. I got to figure out how to do it first. But just let me know if that be something that y'all would like. You know, if you like the way I'm doing it, just, you know, that's perfectly fine too. I just don't want y'all to get bored with the way I do stuff. You know, and it's, you know, I guess it's my way, this talking to y'all, even though I'm not actually talking to y'all, but, you know, telling kind of what goes on, and y'all getting to see what it's like to live around these beings. It's kind of like a therapy, I guess, for me. I don't know, it helps me. And but you know, if y'all are fine with the way I'm doing it, you know, then I'm fine with that too. But I just thought, you know, live, being able to chit chat might be kind of cool. But, you know, if y'all don't want to, it's fine with me, because like I said, I'd probably wind up upside down or something on there. But I think that's all I have to say. I am going to take y'all out and let y'all see the cabin, the progress on the cabin. Paul is like doing, I mean, he's really coming up with this thing. It's crazy how fast it's, you know, I thought it was going to be a lot slower, which it probably feels slow to him. But he gets off from work and he goes straight out there, bless his heart. I know he's ready to get it done. And, you know, it's just him and me being the gopher, which I'm not out there right now. I probably need to be, which I'm getting ready to take y'all out there. But just really excited, you know, give us a little more room, because our spare bedroom is teeny tiny. You know, when we have family or company, they're sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the couch. So this will help, and I'm excited. I'm really excited, you know, and it's not costing us much at all to build it. That's the best part about it. He actually got some French doors gave to him the other day, and he got 2 brand new windows for like, I think he said $65. So, really the only money we've been out is for the 2 windows, the metal, and the screws. And those screws are expensive, because they're super big. But, you know, that's about it. Which, you know, we're going to have to buy wiring, some, you know, plumbing, but, you know, and a few other things. But hopefully it's not going to cost us too much. So, but anyways, I'm going to quit talking and take y'all outside. Okay. Here's the front. It's going to have the 2 doors with, you know, full glass. And then let's walk around this side. Now over here, we're not going to have a window because it faces the house. Wouldn't have much to look at. Oh. Then we'll have a small window there. And then back here, we will have a window. That's the edge of the window there. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah, he's gotten quite a bit done. Now if I can get up this ladder, I'll take y'all inside. Okay, this will be looking out the kitchen window once we get it finished. And then over here will be the bathroom. Squeeze through here. And then right in here will be the other window looking out. Well, I got to climb over a log. Oh! Looking out through there. And then I'll show you the front here in just a second. And right here will be looking out the front, which we're going to move the chicken pen. And we're going to take out a couple of those little trees. But that'll be the view. And then, of course, there won't be logs in the yard and equipment. But anyways, I'll show you more progress as it goes along.